Hey everybody. So another little quick update here, and almost, I guess, a bit of a how-to. As you can see, I have my new deep water aquaponic bed installed and filled. You can also see it's been like that for a little while. I'm getting a little green in there, so I'm starting to get a little algae buildup in my water. So I need to get that covered as soon as possible. So I went today and picked up a couple sheets of styrofoam, and this conveniently is exactly 4 feet by 8 feet. So I was able to get two 2 by 8 sheets, and they'll perfectly cover it. I decided to go widthways with my sheets so that I can just take out one section at a time, and it will just be a little bit easier to manage it rather than take out one great big long section if I want to pull it out to reach the backstop or harvest plants, maintenance, whatever. So swinging you around here, you can see I've got this one all drilled all my holes, and now I'm in the process of marking all the rest of them every 8 inches or so, but I've done like an offset pattern, and so I get a little bit better. I get between 9 and 10 inches between my plants, which is pretty good for what I'm going to grow, I think. So yeah, I just got to mark this last one, and then I'll be ready to start drilling. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to drill. As you can see, this one here I've drilled from one side, but unfortunately my hole saw is not quite deep enough to go through, so I have to drill it from the back side when I'm all finished. This one I've already done, and I'm just going to grab a pot. So these are the pots we use. They're just flower pots, 3 inch or so, and they just fit in like that. And then underneath, you can see they just hang down through a little bit, and that gives a perfect chance. That sits in the water, and my whatever I had in there for medium will start to wick the water up, and then once they already have holes in the bottom, and the roots grow right down through the holes. Some people use net pots. Some people will take and drill holes all through the sides of this. We found last year with the experiments we did, it was very unnecessary. The roots grew down through the holes and did just fine. So yes, now I have a whole bunch of holes to start drilling. So here we are. Got all these pots. I just threw them in the holes so that the light can't get down through and start that algae growing in the tank. The last thing I'm going to have to do here at some point is move this. This is the feed in, the water in for my old bed that I had here. But now that I have a larger bed, I'm going to have to move that and put it in at this end, because I want the water to come in at this end and flow all the way down through to the exit, which is right there. So that's 68 holes I can put in that 4 by 8 place. So that's whatever I put in there, lettuce, celery, what have you, mostly what we're going to grow in this sort of situation. And we can grow high intensity because it has full access to water and nutrients. It's not competing with other plants. So that's the latest update on that, I guess. I do have trout in my system now. I can't remember if I mentioned that last time. You can't see them because it's just too dark in there with the tank being underground and all closed up to the light. And as the temperature is getting warmer in the greenhouse, I think it's probably 25 in here today, we are slowly, the water temperature is slowly coming up in there. So that's going to be time very soon to get this thing into action and keeping that water cool. The only other thing is my bacteria cycle's definitely started. I did a test the other day, and I've got ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate going now. And as you can see, these little celery plants are looking fantastic. They were sort of yellowy when I stuck them in. It was cold, and then they've really taken off. They've greened right up and are quite a bit larger than the ones we have still in pots. So yeah, so that's exciting. Other than that, I think everything is pretty normal. Lots of plants still to go in the ground. You can see all my cutouts here, and we also have in operation our water storage. We have these 2 tanks filled with water from the pond, and this is now this little pump, 110 volt, 4.5 gallon a minute pump. that doesn't need a pressure tank. It's a diaphragm pump, has an internal pressure switch, turns itself on and off depending on the water usage, and that's feeding our whole greenhouse. And so we're not using any well water this year. Everything either out of the pond, and once I have my rainwater collection system set up, it will run off the rainwater. So that should make it a lot easier on our well this year, which we had issues with last year. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like if you wish. Ask any questions, make any suggestions. Thank you.